So in every single game that anyone plays, there are of course some annoying bugs and glitches that truly do ruin the experience and make it a little bit more unfun. And in this video, guys, I'll be going through my top 5 personal list of the most annoying glitches that have actually came into War Tycoon recently, or some of them are very old which are not fixed until this day. And with this video, of course, I'm aiming to having them fixed and showcasing to also the developers on how annoying they are. So anyway, let's just jump in. The first one I'm going to be covering is actually going to be related to tanks. In fact, in this video there are 2 of them that are related to tanks, but let me first go ahead and cover the first one. So for example, when I'm going to be going ahead and spawning in the Abrams X, so for example, what I'm going to be doing right here is I'm going to be just zooming in onto a target. I'm going to be zooming into this bridge, and watch this very carefully, and then when I do go ahead and do this zoom, immediately I'm going to shoot, and when I press shift again and exit, what it does is that pretty much changes the place that the cannon was facing by around 90 degrees. It could always change it up to 180, it could always change it up to really any position. All it does is just it moves the tank cannon to the front every time you exit shift. And this is actually very annoying, because imagine you want to actually go ahead and zoom in and shoot someone with a shell, let's say, and then when you guys want to just finish them off with a machine gun, you just gotta go back to that position and you gotta start shooting again. So pretty much if you guys are going to be leaving the zoom, all it does, it just moves you back to the front once again, which this actually tends to be incredibly annoying if you want to shoot planes out of the sky, or really do any damage in general, or even attack vehicles that are on the ground in the distance. It could really become problematic because of this. Anyway, jumping into the second problem, which also faces the tanks, and I have seen this problem happen for at least almost 2 months now, and a lot of people do actually not like this, and I don't understand how this hasn't been patched in the last update, but let me go ahead and quickly cover it. So basically what you guys will have to do is go near a gas station, and then whenever the gas station gets destroyed, let me show you guys exactly what's going to be happening. So here you guys can see the gas station got destroyed, and wow, look at this, my tank actually survived and it only lost 10% of its health. Do you understand how game breaking this is? Like, it pretty much counterpoints the idea of just going ahead and destroying gas stations. I don't understand how this has actually slipped into the game and how this glitch is still happening and no one actually reported it, but I really hope that something like this can be fixed, because there really doesn't make as much sense that this is happening, because back in the day where we used to just destroy a gas station, the tank exploded. Now moving into the next one, which actually includes the USS Zolt. So basically whenever the USS Zolt gets very low on health, the player of course wants to jump out and get as far away from it, or really any vehicle whenever it is low on health. However, the one thing I have noticed with the Zolt is that its explosion pretty much does not work at all. So for example, whenever someone actually took so much time to go ahead and try to kill the player that's in the Zolt, if you guys are going to be sitting in the driver's seat, you will receive the kill. However, if the person just gets out of the driver's seat and the Zolt gets destroyed, well, as you guys can see, there is literally no explosion and the player just ends up not dying. So pretty much for taking like a few minutes to destroy this thing, and it does really much suck that you just don't get a kill whenever you destroy the Zolt, but the worst part about it is that there is literally no explosion damage for anyone that's inside, and that just makes absolutely no sense to me, because this has to be one of the only vehicles in the game that this actually goes ahead and happens to. Now moving into the next one is the T-90 once again. You guys remember me making a video on this. It does have a missile disruptor. But want to know something insanely funny about this missile disruptor? It's the fact that until this day, even after there was at least 2 bug fixes regarding it, the missile disruptor still does not deflect any types of missiles. However, the thing that's very interesting about this bug is that whenever you guys are going to be in a public server, that it's not going to be deflecting anything. However, if you guys are in a private server, the missiles will always get deflected, and this just makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't know how this has also slipped into the game. I don't really have much gameplay to showcase it, but for all the people that this has happened to, just let me know in the comment section down below that the T-90 missile disruptor is still not working for absolutely no reason. Now, going ahead and moving right into the last bug slash glitch in this video is the fact that whenever you guys are going to be in any types of dogfights, sometimes no matter you ping, you're just going to be shooting the enemy with your main cannon, and then your main cannon shots just end up not registering. And this still happens until this day. The developers always say in every single bug fix that it does get fixed, but at the end of the day, it just still tends to not work, and for some entire reason the cannon still ends up being very inaccurate, and even when the shots just go for the enemy, they just end up not taking any damage. But also another thing that I have noticed is that if you guys are going to be above 150 ms, pretty much not a single shot from the main cannon also ends up working. So as bad as it is for the lower ms players, it gets even worse as your ping increases. Anyway guys, that is all I have for you all in today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below what are your top 5 most annoying glitches in War Tycoon that still until this day have not got fixed. Speaking of glitches, this is once again another one of them, but I think that this is just a random thing that happens. It's something to do with the game's mechanics or physics or something like that. But yeah, I won't be including this one. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about these, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great rest of the day, and thanks so much to my channel members.